It's been over 2 years since the country split 52-48 Leave Remain. The nationwide referendum result was perfectly mirrored in the Hampshire town of Basingstoke, so a good place to test whether there's been the Brexit backlash suggested by a landmark Sky Data poll, which shows half of people now in favour of a new referendum between no deal, the Chequers deal, and no Brexit, with 40% against. On first preferences, 48% would vote to stay in the EU, 27% for a no-deal Brexit, and just 13% backing the government's Chequers deal. So after second preferences, the poll suggests 59% would opt to stay in the EU and 41% would go for a no-deal. A leading Remainer campaigner claims this shows Brexit will now go to a second referendum.
If public opinion continues to shift, as the Sky poll has indicated now it is doing, everyone will have to get ready for a people's vote on the final deal.
No way, say Number 10. The verdict of referendum night remains. There will not be a second referendum under any circumstances. But One Vote Leave campaign HQ staffer, the pro-single market Liberal leaver Oliver Norgrove, said no deal fears were making even him waver.
No deal and Remain are the front-running candidates at the moment in terms of the outcome of Brexit.
And if it was no deal versus Remain?
It's a difficult question. I don't have a concrete answer for you because, as I say, it's likely that I would abstain in that circumstance. But I think for me, a no deal is suicide. I think it's self-harm on an immeasurable scale.
Around Basingstoke, there are staunch leavers who now share this unease, but also Remainers who don't back a second referendum.
Nobody can decide what's going on. No. We're left in the lurch. We don't know anything. It just seems like we're chasing our tails.
Yeah. Would you be surprised if there was another referendum? Because the government can't...
I would like one.
You'd like another referendum?
Yeah.
Why about them? You know, like all these people, you've got no reassurance from any of the Tory party, you've got no reassurance from the Labour Party.
Every flavour of opinion, but here, like in the country at large, you do struggle to find people who say Brexit is going well. The new Sky Data poll has found that just 10% of people think the government is doing a good job negotiating Brexit. 78% say a bad job. That's a 23-point drop since we last asked the question in March.
There's no question whatsoever of any other referendum on this. We've had the one and only referendum we need. The decision of the British people is clear and the government's now getting on with the job.
A lack of public backing for the Chequers compromise won't just make it harder for the Prime Minister to get the EU to meet that compromise, as she desperately needs, with Remainers seeing fears over a no deal as a route to another referendum and Brexiters seeing the Chequers compromise as a betrayal of Brexit. The Prime Minister is seeing the middle ground disappear from beneath her feet. At Carlton Gardens, the removal vans have finally arrived, 3 weeks after Boris Johnson quit as Foreign Secretary over the Chequers plan. Here at least, albeit after an interim period, leave means leave. What it means across the country is now firmly back up for grabs. Faisal Islam, Sky News.